Hello, hello, hello. Emotions have definitely really on the upward thing. This is almost like a foreign experience for me for practically most of the days, the past, week or two. Actually feeling happy most of the day. Feeling just this sense of freedom, this sense of just like I can breathe again. You know. Um so last night I had an odd dream. I actually know this was a visitor because since then I have been having continued conversations. And the dream was it was short, only what I can remember of it because it occurred right before my alarm went off, but this was all I was able to remember. And I was Layla and I were going with her friend on some adventure or whatever that involved a private jet. How cool is that? And they were going to go see their grandpa. It was Layla's friend's family, and so we were their guests. And they were going to go see the kids' grandpa. And I don't know how. So we're on the jet. I do remember scenes of being on the jet, but I also remember scenes of being in like this like fancy courtyard or something like that. And then I'm talking with somebody, and I don't know if this is on the plane or in the courtyard. And I find out that the person that we're going to go see isn't the real grandpa of these kids. They think it is. But the thing is, his real grandchild is Layla. But that's kind of implied because more than anything, what it says is the kids, their real grandpa, he's not their real grandpa, but he's your real father. So it's just, I keep having feelings this whole year that I have a family someplace else. And so I, in this dream, suddenly started feeling really happy. Like things just, pieces started falling into place. And this could just be kind of a fantasy of mine that I have a family someplace else because I feel like there's so much of me that's missing, so much that I can't explain. And so yeah. So the last part of the dream I remember though is I'm telling Casper's family about this and saying that I'm going with them or something like that. Is interesting. Anyways, that's all I can really remember the dream. So I'm baffled by this though when I wake up and I keep thinking about it and I don't really come to any conclusions right away on it. And then Layla basically tells me, "Happy anniversary." I was like, "Anniversary for what?" And she says, "A year ago, you caused our lives to change because you were leaving to New Zealand. 1 year ago today. Actually, it's 1 year ago tomorrow. But we were preparing. This was the last day, like the final supper in essence, before I was gonna leave. And it was a bittersweet thing. Just like a lot of things have been in my life. It was, I suddenly realized I didn't want to leave. I mean, honestly, that whole week prior, I was looking around at everything and it was sad. Because here it was. I was finally getting what I wanted 6 months before when I first met Jeannie. I was saying I was done. I was leaving. Goodbye to everything. And I'm looking around me really sad at everything. Not that I'm leaving or that I'm gonna miss it, I was sad for the lost potentials. Sad that I was never going to finish the stuff I had started. Sad that so much was laying around that I had tried to finish up even some of the stuff, but I just couldn't make any progress. And so it was a sadness that I wasn't going to finish things up. And that I was walking away from everything I had spent so long building. So when Layla, said happy anniversary today, that, and because she says that's the day you changed our lives. I guess I've always thought that she considered my leaving to be the best thing. I always thought Layla really only tolerated me. And I know that she missed me when I was gone, but then she started realizing that she was happy I was gone. And even when I came back, things were really good between us for a while, because yeah, she missed me. But then her old habits started creeping in, and the division started happening between us again. Maybe my old habits started creeping in response to hers. It's that whole thing, which comes first? Whose behavior comes first to trigger what? And it's a crazy thing. So I just basically thought, come, April, May, when things started really kind of getting bad between us again, I was like, I'm leaving again. I don't know where I'm going, but it's obvious that you and your dad would be better off without me, because I just seem to make both of you guys miserable. So I really thought that she looked at the time of when I was gone as, oh, Mom wasn't here, I could do whatever I wanted to do, because she did have a lot of freedom. And I guess I thought she lamented that I came back and started making all these changes. And it wasn't until today, well, over the past few days, but really today, of realizing she's happy with a lot of these changes that have been going on. So then also yesterday, Casper ended up getting me a new art set. And so I was trying it out today. And I just ended up drawing this. Little phoenix bird is what it is. And I was just testing out my colored pencils, honestly, but I started getting channeled drawings. And this one just came to me because I didn't know. I was just drawing one thing after another, picking up these different colors, and I started drawing like a phoenix bird, is what I called her. I realized she represented me. And then I was drawing this, right, as Layla and I were talking about this whole anniversary thing. And I found it very poignant that I left for New Zealand and basically set fire to everything. Emotional attachments, whatever. It wasn't things that just affected me. It was my whole family. It was my karma. It was, this blood lineage that I've been helping to heal. It's everything. And this year has been about it continuing to burn, stoking the fires, cleaning things, just getting rid of a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be there. And then it was ashes. It was all charred. That theme came up in my books when I had to re-examine the house fire that occurred when I was 8 years old. And I had to go back there, and I realized that there was a part of me that was stuck there. In my books, Jeannie showed up to help me get through that, and this was a reconciliation process for us. Because we escaped this destruction that was happening, or something. So, as much as I want to pull away, I think there's just a connection there that I can't get rid of. I keep trying to get rid of any and all attachments. So this 1-year anniversary, though, it represents this surrender. I don't know what I'm doing, necessarily. I don't know what this whole twin thing is about. I don't know if there's even really, if that's what it is, or if it's something different. All I know is that things are nearing a completion. I wonder if I will talk to Jeannie again. But I get the impression that if I do, it's going to be that really goodbye. You know, and I almost don't want him to come back in and tell me all of the things that happened that, you know, I wasn't really privy to. I really don't think I want to know those secrets right now. It's kind of like me saying, when I said goodbye to my mom, I was well aware that I was saying goodbye to him too. So it's like I almost just don't even want him coming near me to destroy what it is I'm building, this empire that I'm building. Not to come, I just don't want him to even come back till he's ready to come back. But I feel like with Venus being in retrograde that there's a good chance, because this all started when she last went into retrograde. And she speaks to me. I guess I just feel like some resolution's going to happen. Some, really, I guess, if I'm taking this whole theme of this anniversary, is setting a fire to the relationship. Whatever. These feelings of relationship, allow it to burn to ashes. And allow it to resurrect in God's timing. I really just want to move on. Maybe this is why I keep dreaming of this family that I've got. It's this desire to move on. This desire to leave it all behind and face the truth, or something like that. Face who I really am. So I believe this. I'm really looking forward to 2019. And these last few months of 2018 are just really going to be wrapping it up. I do also keep getting the impression of, like, Ten of Swords. You know, things can't get much worse. I just believe that there's one... I mean, because a lot of people talk about it right now, that there's just this one final hurt, pain, betrayal. It's like, I don't know what Jeannie could say that would devastate me so much, because I pretty much know everything just from what I've garnered, I guess, from tarot readers, or even just my own intuition. But maybe it's different if I actually heard him say it. So there's a fear in me of, I don't think I want that. Anyway. So, this next year, the Phoenix rises again to be reborn. And we'll see where things are next October. Should be interesting. Bye, I love you.